Hey, it's H here, and today we're taking a look at technical analysis for AIOZ network with ticker AIOZ. First we'll glance over some major levels of support and resistance, and then I'll show you a couple of possibilities what might be happening next with Elliott Wave theory. Now if you want to learn the basics of Elliott Wave theory, there is a link on screen right now. Without further ado, let's get going. So let's start with the horizontal levels that I have plotted down here. Now, on the last day we have closed here at the April 14th. We created a daily here at around 19 cents. Now that is going to be acting as a support if the price comes down here. Above us we got a daily at around 25 cents, and those are the closest support and resistance levels. For higher time frame, the whole price history that I got here is from Gate.io exchange, and we have this larger level here that is the volume profile for the whole history of this coin, and we are currently just right around the point of control, currently right above it, but just a couple of days before we were actually below it. Now, some major resistances here. We have had these two downwards channels. First one from the beginning of this coin to around July last year, and this more recent one from the November highs to the lows of February this year. After that we pumped up and came into this support and resistance area that we've had price action before. Here on 12th of January was the last time we visited this area where we had a rejection for it. At that time we were on this down channel though, so that has to be kept in mind. At that point we also established another daily here that we were using here around the 3rd or 4th of April as resistance. At that point we already also established another weekly here that is going to be resistance if we ever come back to that area. Now on the current price terms, there is some key levels again. From 24th of February to the current date we have this volume profile and giving us some range value area high here at around 25 cents. Now at this same area we have a Fibonacci pulled from the highs of February 4th to the lows of April 14th, and we have this 38.2 resistance here with another established daily. So around this 24 to 25 area is going to be major resistance if the price visits this place. Above that we also have the 618 or the golden pocket with the range value area high of this whole history of this coin. So that is another resistance area. Now below us we have the range value area low of the whole history again here at, well, that doesn't work, here at around 18 cents. Again another golden pocket from here, the lows of 24th of February to the highs of April the 4th, and that is going to be another pocket where we're going to have a support and resistance area. And now at this point it is a support which has been acting again previously as well. You can see all these lows here, and latest one was hit here at March 15th. The point of control for this current range that we are is around the $20.80 area that we're currently at. So this is definitely some place where I wouldn't be looking for longs. If anything, if you have found some kind of confluence area in this area, maybe on a smaller time frame, then I would be looking for shorts here. This point of control has been acting as resistance multiple times here now, and on daily it's hard to see how well it is respected. But if you want to go and take a look at closer or smaller time frames, you should do that, and you will see that it gets respected very, very well. Now, I think that's all I want to say on the levels that I found. So let's jump into Elliott Wave. Now, there's a couple of different corrections that I talked about. This first one was around 94%, second was 90.7%, just a bit smaller than the first one. Now again, we're not sure what kind of correction this is, and I say this whole structure is some kind of correction, and if it is not done here, what could be happening next? That is the key, or something that we're going to take a look soon. So first, this whole move from the top to the lows of the 24th of February, that is giving us the 95% drop down in price, which is a significant, anything above 90% entails that it is a really major dump. These dumps were really common on the last bull cycle, or the bear cycle, I guess, and at that point the prices of some coins went all the way down to 99%. So if there is some kind of correlation between this one and the one behind us, entails that this still could come down more. Now, before or without going too much detail into that, let's check this thing out. So first thing that I noticed on this chart is this middle correction here. And I'm saying correction because it is against the more common trend. The larger trend is going down. We can see this channel here, and we have not reached the bottom here. Is it significant or not? Well, we'll see. But again, this one was the first one that I noticed. The Fibonacci extensions come all the way to 1.618, which is kind of common on crypto. This is again from taking the start of A to end of B, and this gives us the 1.618 target. On a larger time frame, here's the channel again. This looks like that it is corrected, or corrective pattern that is linked between these two different legs. This one, and this is a connector, and then whether it's done here or it's coming lower for the C wave. Now, a couple of different possibilities, so let's dive into those. I'm going to go to 2 hours. Let's actually take this bit by bit. So 1.618 from this large move here, from the highs to the lows of December 2021, and this is the count that is saying that we actually are done here. Now this yellow one here is the 85.4 extension for the whole minor count, start of A to the end of A to the end of B, and that is giving us 85% extension. Now what we are usually looking for is the 1-to-1 extension, which lies down here at around 7.7 cents. Currently we would need to come down another 60% of current prices to be able to get to here. But let's just take a look at what this whole coin looks like in arithmetic scale, and this is it. We're still around these low areas here that are, and this whole thing is looking pretty dead. But on logarithmic scale and with Elliott Wave, we could see some possibilities here. Now, saying that, again, this is the end here. For this 5-wave structure, we can go and check this again. So this parallel channel is again one of the Elliott Wave principles or structure identification tools, I guess. How it works is we connect to 1 to 3 and pull it to 2. Now this is to find the 4. Why do we think the 3 is here? It's just because of the 1.618 extension from, again, start of the structure to 1 to 2, and here is again the same thing. 1.618 is the most common extension level for wave 3. This again, this channel is trying to locate the wave 4, and often, as in this case as well, it breaks this channel, and at that point when we have established the wave 4 and again start moving in the direction of the trend or current trend, which is down here, we can lay another channel here. At this point it is from 2 to 4 and pull to 3, and that is going to give us the channel where we are going to start looking for the 5th. Now sometimes the 5th comes down and below the channel or at the end of the channel line here. At this case it would have been a super nice target. It would have hit the 1-to-1 target, but it came only to 0.854. We had this really big wick here, which was a sign of bullish movement. At this point I check the divergences between these, so every major spot we have the divergences that are necessary for this count to be had. Now this last one we are going to have a very large 5th, very extended compared to the rest of the structure, and that is one of the reasons that I don't really like this ending here. Also we don't get a divergence between the 3rd and the 5th, just because how bigger I guess this last wave was here. It had such force coming down that not even divergence was able to form here. Again, some smaller time frame counts, we can check those out, how I labeled them. So 1 hour, 1, 2, 3, 4 and extended 5th. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually this is wrong, I just noticed, because the 4 is overlapping with 1. Very nice. Oh well, I'm not going to get into that now, so I can just remove that for now and I'll look into this in a bit. But again, this would be the overall wave structure. I'm sure I could get another wave structure here that would entail and give us the wave 4, the wave 5 with proper subdivisions. Now that was the possibility 1. Another possibility is that the wave 5 is not done and we've just completed wave 4. Now this again would give us 1, 2, 3, 4. We had divergence between these peaks or these lows here. Pretty sure we did. Let's take a look. So yeah, here on these lows and this low. Actually we should be looking at here, so around 27. So yeah, we barely get it. Do we? It's 22 and 27. Yeah, so we do. We do get it. And I'm not comparing the heights because those are part of the substructure here. I see a lot of people using Elliott Wave that way as well, but I like to compare the actual ends, and at this case the substructure would end here on this peak and not this one. So yeah, keep that in mind as well if you want to follow the same rules I do. Now for this one, the invalidation is pretty clear. If the wave 4 is not actually done, or it continues to the price continues to go up, the invalidation is around the 45 and 0.6 cent area. So that is pretty clear. The other one didn't really have invalidation points as it is a completed move, or suggested as one. Now let's dive into this last bit here. So again, as with many others, we had the lows around the 24th of February. And after that, we have a possibility that it is a impulsive count or a three-wave swap structure that is a bit wonky. But here again, we see a possible one here. We can't place the one here as I just can't find 5-wave structures into here. I could find a possible contracting leading diagonal, this being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into 1, and this here being a zigzag, very vigorous one, going higher, but it doesn't come up to the 1.618, which is usually the invalidation target for wave B. So this would be again A, B, C into 2. These extensions here are wrong. They should be here. There we go, fixed. And they come up to 2.618 for the third wave. This target is fine and not much on it. There's multiple ways to get this for. One way is saying this is an ABC here, and I'll show that on the other count. But wave 4 could be here. There's another possible for triangle here, saying that wave 3 could actually end on here, but it really doesn't matter. If this is the case, or the impulse count, wave 5 is here anyway, and that's that. Now next I wanted to show you this count, how we get into it, how I constructed the whole thing and the reasons behind it. So there's quite a few steps, so let's get going. Again, the first thing I saw or was trying to get is I saw this 5-wave structure up here, and again on the start I couldn't find 5-wave structures here. Now if we are just say on 1 day time frame, there's just no way to say anything about this. You just say, okay, this looks like 1, 2, but maybe 3, 4, 5, something like that. But if you really want to practice Elliott Wave, as I think it should, is you need to find proper structures as low time frame as you could. At this case, I went down to the 1 hour, and this is the lowest one that I was willing to go on this update. On Bitcoin and other assets that I regularly check, I might even go to 5 minutes, and that's that. Now, the first thing I saw or tried to get is again this structure here. This would be a zigzag, but there's just no way I could get the structure lining up properly if the C was here at later stages. But for now I thought that this would be another ABC, another zigzag down. This again would be the area where this whole structure would need to go in order for this to be a flat of any kind, any structure. It doesn't go there, so either we need 5 waves in here, or this is a WXY. At that point again I knew that there was 5 waves possibility for this move, so this would be actually here and not here. So we would be using the expanded flat between the A and B here, or in the B wave. At that point again we would have the same extension here to the C wave, 2.618. And here we can see the substructure. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, extended third again on the subminuet, extended third on the micro, and sub-micro had no real extensions on it. But overall, it is a structure that has extended very well upwards, and most likely it was supported by a lot of volume as well. Let's close that. And yeah, we see this spike compared to the rest here. We can see that the volume has started going up. Now this massive spike in volume is in a really weird spot, as the price didn't really move up that much compared to the last one. Now after this point, I'm thinking something like this. Either this is an ABC or a WXY. Not really, it doesn't really matter. The structure to me ends right here. After this point, I'm labeling this as ABC, with the B being a triangle here. This is not, however, supported by RSI, so keep that in mind. It could be something else, but at the ease, I wanted to go easily on this count, so I didn't force it too much here. So I just said that it could be some kind of triangle here, a contracting one this time. After this, I saw another leading diagonal, potentially into A or 1. At this time, I think I labeled it as 1, 2, then 3, 4, and 5, and substructure here for the wave 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At this point, I again used Fibonacci extensions. What is this? Where's the third tick? Yeah, there we go. So again, from the start of the structure to this high here, and then down to the lows of the next C, we get to areas of 85.4 or close to it, which again reminds us about this last extension. So that is something that maybe this coin has a tendency to do with these corrections and correction extensions. So that 854 is to me kind of critical area and level on this coin. Now this is the structure that is forming a W, X and Y. So the structure is something like this, 3 waves. This again supports the idea that we could still be in this wave 4. Now keep in mind that these are not labeled on the same degrees, so I would need to downgrade all of these before going forward, but again wave 4 would be up here, and it is still very possible. And that is basically how I got up here. If this is not part of this correction and it is actually here, and wave C has entered, with the 5 waves, then it could be something else. Now the last thing I want to share is a possibility of this being a W, X and Y minor, there we go, and this being a 5 wave structure that is complete, and this would be another structure here, and we would be looking for the partner leg. at this time, if the corrections, both of these are done, we could be looking at these next levels. Now, at this point, if this is going to be this way, the structure wise, I would be expecting this to carry over to at least to the summer area, and we would target the 854 at this time, as we had seen previous 854s respected very well here. Now the minimum I would be looking at is the 618 here, and that would be around 8 cents, 8.5 cents, so around that area. At that point I would be accepting this. If we are coming down here below again the current lows, we can clearly see that this is no longer an impulse move, as it is invalidated at that point. So I think those are the ideas that I wanted to share to you with AIOZ. If you have another coin you would like me to analyze next, let me know down in the comment section below. You could also request an update if you would like an update on some other coin. But for now, I thank you for watching and hopefully see you soon. Bye bye.